Not even just that, man.
Yo, we here. You hear my man, Hard Conversation.
What up, nigga? We done talk about some shit.
Yeah, man, you know, a lot of shit been going on, a lot of disrespect.
This nigga just showed me a video that had me heated, man. I'm not happy about it. We here to talk about some shit.
Hey, man, listen. I just want to start by saying everything in NBA is all preference, bro. It's all preference. When you have accomplished MVP, when you've accomplished multiple championships, when you've accomplished, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck, scoring titles. The only thing, the most important out of all of them are championships. Don't let nobody tell you no other shit. If you do not win championships, your career is basically you just playing. There's a reason why championships are mounted and regular niggas are not. There's a reason why T-Mac and Kobe ain't talked about the same. There's a reason why Vince Carter ain't talked about the same. There's a reason why fucking Jerry West ain't in the top 10.
Or Allen Iverson.
Or Allen Iverson's the fucking
Karl Malone,
monster.
Charles Barkley. The list goes on. You see what we're doing.
All them niggas. Listen, when a team, let me just start by just the origin, right? When a motherfucking team drafts players, they in hope that they draft the right players and put them in a position to win championships. Nobody gives a fuck about you getting there. New Jersey Nets, you ever think anybody gonna talk about them motherfuckers being one of the greatest teams? They went 2 years in a row. They lost both years. Nobody give a fuck. People don't even know what fuck it's like New Jersey. When the fuck the Brooklyn Nets? Nah, them niggas was New Jersey. Yeah, but it's not the same. Listen, you have to be an NBA champion. You have to win convincingly. You have to have a high win rate. Like, you can't be in the finals and be like, oh, this bum ass nigga that keep losing, and we just count the fact that you get there. Jerry West went there fucking 9 times. He's a one-time champion. Nobody talking about that nigga. Like, nobody give a fuck that he been there. So now we supposed to expect, because you're playing in a watered-down generation of basketball where numbers are easily attainable, where motherfuckers is getting numbers like, nigga, T.J. McConnell had a triple-double. That should tell you some shit. You don't even know who the fuck T.J. McConnell is, huh? I know you don't. I know you don't. But the motherfucker had a triple-double. So this whole super inflated statistic shit, where motherfuckers is out there playing no defense.
Time out. What's that one nigga name that just put that video up?
I don't know that.
What's it called? Don't at me?
Yeah, don't at me.
All right. I don't mean to call people out, but we need to address that situation too.
Don't at me. Like, you can't be dismissive and disrespectful to Jordan. Like, Jordan is the undisputed. Let me tell you, my greatest player is Kobe Bryant. But I'm still not stupid enough to be like, that's the best player ever. That's my best player ever. But understand that universally, the GOAT probably will always be Michael Jordan, because basketball is getting worse. And unless some shit come along where niggas start getting competitive again, well, I get it. You know, the audience is easier to fucking please, so never mind. You know, they might still keep growing. But really talk, any of my old heads, man, y'all can't like that bullshit. Like, these niggas is going out there and playing like, nigga, practice. Like, you're just going one down in, okay, I'm going to shoot, then you going to shoot. Fucking, I swear to God, in like 5 years, they're going to eliminate defense, period. It's literally gonna be a shoot around. They're gonna throw the ball at one end. If you make it, cool. Then throw it back to the other guys and see who scores the most. Like, defense is horrible now. Like, you gotta understand that Jordan played in the era where this nigga not only killed cats, he averaged 35 in an era where niggas could literally physically harm him, and came up with rules on how not to let this nigga score because he could beat you. Tell me one motherfucker that really think LeBron could beat a team. It don't matter how good of a game he's having. You know he not closing out no fucking games.
Let's put that in context. It's your boy Hard Conversation. Let's put that in context what he just said. Didn't the LeBron in 2016 and 2017? 17. He averaged a triple-double in the finals, right?
Yeah.
What did that amount to? So he the first player ever to average a triple-double in the finals, which is phenomenal. But what did that lead to? 4-1. The nigga damn near, he was literally one bad game from being swept.
Yeah, like, and, you know what I'm saying, we not going to get into the whole rig, but motherfucker, they shot 20-something free throws in the first quarter. But, you know,
we ain't even going to talk about that. But,
yeah, like,
let's be honest, my G. Final, triple-double in the finals, what did that lead to? And I'm not even here to bash LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron's
But
cold.
Let's be honest.
Easily one of the top players ever. He's easily one of the greatest. But the whole shit of trying to, you can't push the narrative to the youth that it's acceptable because, motherfucker, if you take 8 tests and you only pass 3 of them shits,
you failed.
Nigga, you're failing.
You failed the test and you're not passing that class, G. I don't.
You're not.
Math don't work.
You're not. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? This notion that he played all these hard ass teams.
Matter of fact, we looked yesterday like his first. Well, I mean, it's
the motherfucker.
more recently.
Listen. He's never been eliminated in the first round. You're right. But the motherfucker missed the first 2 years of his career.
And then played the Wizards the next
3 years in a row. He played the
row.
fucking Wizards 3 years in a row.
Who in 1 year had even a 500 record.
Motherfucker was 40. They was losing. And they were not a really good team at all, record-wise. He was 50-something, 8 games, and these niggas was terrible. He played them 3 years in a row. Name another fucking player that played the same team, unless it's in the later rounds where the teams are just both good, that you play them niggas in the first round 3 years in a fucking row.
Mediocre.
Nigga, Gilbert Arenas, and then who else was on Gilbert team?
Larry Hughes.
Larry Hughes.
Deshaun Stevenson. If don't think Deshaun.
Cleveland team.
Then you're right. No.
When he was an all-star,
he had 1 year before he had a one all-star year before he went to Cleveland on the Wizards. Then he left and went to Cleveland after that. He had one really good year.
He was phenomenal,
and that was it. But
niggas don't say y'all remember LeBron team. My dude Drew Gooden was cool. Daniel Marshall was 3-point shooter. Zydrunas Ilgauskas was cold as fuck. Just slow as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Slow,
yeah, Booby who was cooking.
Booby.
You know what I'm saying? No teams in general. It just wasn't. It was all role players and one great player. Until the Celtics did that shit. But meanwhile, he was getting dusted in the meantime. Like he had one breakthrough year where he fucking beat the Pistons. That was phenomenal. That was cold as fuck. He killed the Pistons.
Then he got trashed in the finals.
Got trashed in the finals. But even that year was a positive because he was just like a couple years in.
Yeah, he
did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing, got there. But then now, this is the shit you people got to stop hiding. This motherfucker got beat by the Celtics. Next year, he got beat by the Orlando Magic.
He got
beat again by the Celtics. And people are saying he was the best player in the NBA at this time. How? When the motherfucker who was the actual true best player in the league
was beaten.
He took one L in 08. He lost in 08. You know what I'm saying? Then he had a different approach, and he beat the Orlando Magic, who had dusted the Cavaliers.
4-2.
Then he beat the Celtics. Yeah, 4-1. He beat them niggas in 5 games. They sent the Cavaliers home in about 6.
Won 7 games.
Won a 7-game series against the Boston Celtics. Celtics whipped LeBron ass so bad he ran to Dwayne Wade and cried on the shoulder. He went and recruited Chris Bosh. You know what I'm saying? That team became the most talented in the East. Then what the fuck he do when he get that team? He was directly responsible for them losing an NBA Finals.
The Mavs had no business beating the Heat
at all. They were supposed to beat
nobody before that series that would have picked. What's up, P? That would have picked the Mavs to win that series. Nobody. There was nobody. There was nobody. If you look at the I don't know, not rankings, but if you go back and look,
I even picked the Heat. I was like, this the Heat first year. They couldn't win that shit.
There was nobody picking the Mavericks to win that.
Nigga, Dirk Nowitzki was fucking them up so bad,
chewing them niggas.
Bad. And then it was
Jason
LeBron.
Terry,
if LeBron just plays just like himself, we don't need him to be this extra, you know what I'm saying, this super duper great performance. He just needs to play like himself. This nigga giving you 18 and he's disappearing in fourth quarter. Like that type of shit right there, it can never be looked over. Because when you're arguing for the GOAT, everything is taken into account.
Everything.
You know how you guys like to say that Jordan lost from 84 up to the whatever 90s or whatever, some shit? You have to take the fact that the motherfucker, losing in the finals and losing in the first round ain't much different, nigga. Only thing is, the nigga in the finals, they got less time to prepare for the next season. You literally don't get a ring on either one of them. So saying that a nigga getting there is great, that's stupid as fuck. It's like showing up to work.
That wasn't great.
Like showing up to work and not doing your job. Niggas not gonna be like, man, well, at least he showed up. Ain't nobody gonna say that shit. That shit don't work in life. You have to do what the fuck you supposed to do, and 5 out of 8 times he didn't do what the fuck he was supposed to do.
Well, but
you know what I'm saying? You can't say average or
and
triple
let's
double.
be honest. If it wasn't for Ray Allen and Kyrie, he may not even had them 2.
I'm not even gonna
he
go
may
there.
be 1.
I'm not even gonna go there because
shit
happened.
Teammates,
Robert Ory,
teammates
Derek
are there,
Fisher, with Kobe and himself.
Yeah, teammates are there to help you. So I don't want to use that excuse, but
I'm gonna go there, because that shit happens.
Yeah,
every so once in a while he did do his thing, and that's Game 7 where he hit a clutch shot. But the point is, it's not too much of that. That clutch shot he hit in Game 7 when they were only up by about 2 and they put it up by 4. That was phenomenal performance by LeBron. Great, he did his thing. But the problem is, it's not enough of that. It's not enough of that for motherfuckers to really go off of. You know what I'm saying?
And this whole narrative that, like, for some reason, like, because he's put. Look, first of all, let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. LeBron is probably gonna smash every statistical record.
Numbers. Yes, he's gonna be.
You know, let's be honest. Okay, I give him that. I don't ever even take that away from
points. Never be number one in assists. That's never gonna be touched.
That's never. John Stockton got the
never gonna say.
But he'll be
rebounds or never.
Rebounds will never. I
think Will's gotta have it.
Yeah, Will's
but
probably.
Nobody's gonna touch them. That's just kind of ridiculous. Yeah.
But anyway, he's probably. But it's not. That's not enough. Okay, so I make this argument with him all the time. Let me see. I make this argument with I.K.H.C all the time that when you go to the top 10 players, when you're making your argument for the top 10 players, what really separates the guys in the top 10? Let's be honest. Everybody has multiple rings. Everybody has statistics. Everybody has either records or individual accomplishments. There's nobody in the top 10 that doesn't have any of that. But what's the difference between them? It's a little shit. Because honestly, if you look at somebody like a Tim Duncan and like an Akeem, what's the difference between Tim Duncan and Akeem?
3 more championships.
3 more rings, okay? They both have multiple MVPs. They both have multiple finals MVPs.
Well, Tim Duncan's never missed the playoffs.
Tim Duncan's never missed the playoffs. You know, Hakeem obviously has. But the small things make the difference. And we cannot overlook these small things because it's convenient for LeBron. Yeah. And that keeps happening. Like, I don't want to take credit away from LeBron because he is great. But I'm not going to sit up here and listen to people say, disrespect these all-time top 10 players or all-time greats just because they want to move the goalposts for the narrative. Well, because of this. Well, because of that. Well, because of... Well, let's not. So you can't use context when you want to and then don't use it when it comes to LeBron. Well, look at MJ. He had this and this and that. Look at Kobe. He played with Shaq. Like, stop. Like, just stop it. Because we all know, you know, throughout the years and throughout the series, if you ever watched, and please, motherfuckers, if you haven't, go to YouTube, and there's plenty of footage on YouTube if you haven't seen it. Do your homework, please, before you start making these arguments. If you go back and you watch these games, in the first three-peat, the Western Conference Finals was the NBA Finals. That's it. I mean, you had teams, literally, the Sacramento Kings, 55-plus win team. Portland Trail Blazers, 55-plus win team. These guys that they were consistently beating were literally the if Sacramento, the Spurs, or the Portland had made it to the finals those years, they would have beat anybody that they played in the East. But these niggas was getting dust off mainly due to Kobe. If you go back and watch the series, they wouldn't even made it that far without him. They wouldn't even have the first ring without Kobe. 28 points, Shaq fouled out, Kobe took over. We would have talking about them winning 2 out of 3, not a 3-peat.
Man, Shaq fouled out against the Spurs. Matter of fact, Shaq didn't foul out. He was getting his ass locked up. No disrespect to Shaq, but the Spurs was locking his ass up, and Kobe was fucking them up. And Kobe was giving niggas 40, and Shaq was getting locked up. How is he? I don't know how he got carried. Motherfucker, at every end of the game, where did Hack a Shaq come from? That's the reason why Shaq had a ball in his hand at the end of the game. And that's no disrespect to Shaq, because Shaq was super duper dominant. So during the game, he's kicking your ass, but at the end of the game, you can't give him the ball because they're just going to foul him.
He's going to foul him. He shoot free throws. Yeah.
He shoot free throws.
We know that.
It's not going to go in his favor. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to go in his favor. He's not a free throw shooter. Not a jump shooter. He's not a shooter at all. His nigga hands is fucking humongous. He couldn't shoot that little ass. That shit felt like a tennis ball. So he couldn't shoot it. So Kobe was the closer. Kobe had to do the same shit that Kyrie Irving did for LeBron. Only thing is, the same way is Shaq is more dominant. He's more popular, so he wins the MVP. LeBron was more dominant and more popular, so he won the MVP. But I ain't never seen a nigga ever stand in the corner while another nigga winning a game and be considered the most valuable player. Because now we have to ask the question, what the fuck are you valuing? It's like this year. You try to give the MVP to LeBron, what the fuck do you value? Numbers? They don't have no value in that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no value in that, my guy.
And we're not, and this is the thing. I don't want you guys to think that we're trying to take something away from LeBron. It's not that we taking anything away from him. It's that you got to put everything in context. I don't want to take any. LeBron's having a phenomenal season. Yeah, phenomenal. There's no other player that's ever played like this far into their career. I'm not taking
Kobe
that away.
In year 17, the guy was 30, drag a bum ass team in the West.
Yeah, that was 2013. By the way, do your homework. If you want to go back and do your homework, 2013. Just watch the games.
Let me tell you, the only reason that these guys are even really in this argument like that, the only reason that you even have the argument is because of social media hypes everything. Jordan didn't play in social media era, so everything he did didn't go viral. Kobe didn't play.
Till everything
he did went viral. Yeah. When Kobe went 60, 59, 55, 65, nigga, that shit would have went stupid. If he played in this era, he would have been. If he would have did it his rookie year, they would have named him the GOAT. That's how bad it is right now. You understand me? Like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, those two are the pioneers. You disrespect them by saying LeBron better than them, to me, honestly, there would be no NBA if it wasn't them guys.
But we not even. That's some other shit that that's hard to. We not gonna put that on LeBron because he wasn't born then. There's a lot of factors. You know what I'm saying? Like they carried the NBA to what it was, and then Michael Jordan took it, elevated it to the next level after that. So
he made it kind of the individual thing. Like it was all team with.
I'm not gonna hold that against him. Is what I'm saying.
And it was individual with Jordan. I'm saying he stood out so much as an individual that's how the NBA has grown. You've been able to, so no matter how bad a team is, you're able to market an individual now. Jordan, to LeBron's credit, he's more of a team guy. But you know what I'm saying, LeBron. You know what I'm saying. You have to put everything in context. Like he's dominated the East, but he hasn't done it like where he has all these badass teams. No, because in order for him to get back to a final, he had to go get 2 more All-Stars, potential Hall of Famers. To get back there, then he had to come back and get a potential Hall of Famer. He's
handpicked this team the last 7-8 years. He had to
get an All-Star in Kevin Love to get back there.
LeBron is the only player in the league that's also a GM. Yeah, let's be honest. The shit don't happen. And when he went to the Heat, that was LeBron. That was D-Wade. That was Chris Bosh. When he went back to Cleveland, this nigga got rid of Andrew Wiggins. Said, "Nigga, we don't need this nigga. Trade him because I'm trying to get K-Love. K-Love trying to come through." Get this young stuff out of here. Let me get Kevin Love. We cool with Kyrie. I know what he can do. I see the potential. Let's keep Kyrie. Let's grab Kevin Love. Like, this nigga making moves. Like, stop. Like, LeBron is the only player in the NBA that's able to also be a GM.
Let's do another false rumor. LeBron has never played for a coach like Kobe and like Jordan. That's probably
he never played in a system. Oh,
LeBron
that's another thing.
Couldn't. They had to operate out of a system and still dominate. Like when Kobe had to dump the ball to Shaq, that was a part of the system. If
you haven't checked, go watch Scottie Pippen's video. What was it on? What was it on? NBA Jump?
It was NBA Jump.
NBA Jump.
When he talks about, I'm saying they're not required to go get a bunch of rebounds. They're not required to go get a bunch.
And if you don't think they can do that, go watch the games where they needed to. Go watch the San Antonio Spurs game where Kobe needed to. Go watch the
Kobe
game.
Let me tell you another thing. Kobe's a ball hog. Kobe has the most assists out of any other player.
Guard. Well, I didn't shooting guard.
There's no other shooting guard that has more assists than Kobe.
Him and LeBron are the only two non-point guards in the top 30.
Yeah.
LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. But he's
Kobe Bryant shoots more than LeBron James, so that just tells you if he needs to get there, he can get there.
But that's what it was required of him in his current position. In the position he played. You think so? This is another thing, too. Let me blow this shit out the water real quick so anybody watching this shit or gonna watch it, we can just blow this argument out the water. So, the fact that Kobe, even with Shaq, so okay, this is what I'm trying to say. 2000 from 99 all the way to 2001, Shaq was the most dominant. Shaq was the most dominant player in the NBA, right? The most dominant force. His peak, there's no other player
that peak like my guy. There's probably no other player that peak like Shaquille O'Neal, man. Like dominance, like there's like you're not going to give the ball to Jordan and say do that shit out there on the wing before you dump the ball to Shaq.
Nobody. And that's not even Michael Jordan would be a second option to Shaq.
It would be a second option at that time. There's no other player.
No other guard, no other forward that would be
ever killed like that.
Yeah, that would be
ever been like an automatic basket. Like a Jordan was an automatic basket, but he's from the wing. You're not going to operate out of the wing.
And I hate the fact that they hold that. Y'all hold that shit against Kobe like it's his fault. Okay. First of all, like I said, there's no other guard or forward in NBA history that would have been this first option over that first three-peat Shaq.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you like this, man. LeBron unique in the fact that his numbers are retarded. You probably break every statistical category ever. Jordan is unique in the fact that he's 6-0 in the finals, got all the accolades. It's not about argument. Like, if you love LeBron. Don't argue against somebody. You can argue for your guy all you want. But Kobe is unique as in he replicated damn near the same thing without the same exact crew that he had. Jordan has never had the pleasure of doing that. LeBron has pretty much, you could say, replicated, but to a worse fashion. Because he still lost with them, he lost without him. Kobe wins majority of the finals. He almost three-peated with the same team. He three-peated with Shaq. Then he almost went and three-peated with Pau Gasol. He went back-to-back with those guys. Yeah. Finals MVP.
And let's throw this out there, too. So people to try to use the Pau Gasol argument, what was Pau Gasol before he got to the Lakers? The Grizzlies were a 50-win team the prior year. Pau Gasol was an all-star. They won 50 games. They got beat, I believe, first or second round. That was about it. So let's not sit up here and act like.
You know who he was? Kevin Love.
Let's not sit up here and act like Pau Gasol was on everybody's radar. It was only a big thing because he was getting traded. He was potentially getting traded to the Lakers with Kobe. It wasn't because Pau Gasol was this, oh my God, he's the next goddamn Kevin McHale.
And Kobe probably will have another championship if NBA wasn't playing cock blocker. He took the whole Chris Paul joint away.
Yeah, and well, anyway, we're not even going to get into that. But let's not act like Pau Gasol was some household name before he got to LA. Because niggas wasn't, I didn't hear nobody arguing Pau Gasol being something.
Pau Gasol was probably one of the better.
No, absolutely. And I'm not taking anything away from Pau.
He was like Kevin Love.
All I'm saying is that they make it look like this nigga was some kind of. Pau Gasol was not a household name.
He wasn't the
back then.
Like,
he wasn't.
People wanted just because he was playing next to Kobe. People then try to hype a guy like he was better than what he was. I'm saying like,
and that's not taking anything away from Pau Gasol. I'm not because he was a phenomenal player. He was averaging 20 and 9 before he got to the Lakers.
In 2008,
they didn't have Bynum. Ariza was out.
That too, but Pau Gasol was getting punked. He was getting.
Oh, we know that.
Because
you know why we know that? Because it was all over the fucking media after the finals was over. That's why we know that.
You just see him bully. You see Kobe. Yeah. Kobe said, "You know what? He didn't fucking. You know what he didn't do? He didn't. They ass kicked. He didn't fucking call up Tim Duncan. He didn't call up T-Mac and say, you know what? We're taking our talents to San Antonio. He didn't do that. Jordan never did that. Jordan got his ass whooped, handed to him, and that's what made him a great. Like if you take an ass whooping, you know how to replicate success. Anybody in the NBA history that was a great could have done what LeBron did as far as getting to the finals if they did what he did. If they replicated his formula, you lose, you go get players, then you go back. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. The reason why I would never put him in that above those guys is because we have yet to see him play. Like if he won a championship this year, I would actually put him closer because it would be the first time he's not playing with super duper trillions of all-stars and shit like that, 2 all-stars. And it'll be the first time where if they're going to win.
You know the funny thing about that? He even said it this year himself. This is the first time I played without 2 all-stars.
Yeah, but yeah, this will be the first year where you'll see it end and start and end with LeBron James. If he's able to beat the Warriors, any team that come out that West, I'll be like, shit, well, you got to, and he able to do that a couple more times, then you can start throwing him in the GOAT argument because it's like, okay, he actually did it with this Cavaliers team. But if it comes, he loses, get his ass dusted, and it comes December time, and he's looking for another team to go to, you have to understand that's bullshit. Like, the NBA is going to be full of niggas bouncing and jumping around, and that's no good for the league at all. Like, nobody needs that. Everybody missed the league where it was every night you turned on, it was going to be a battle because everybody had that guy, and then it basically was like the role players or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no bunch of superstars sitting on each other teams like Golden State. Like Kevin Durant, man, trust me. I know you guys are going to use it. Oh, yeah. You're going to use the Golden State when you're trying to argue Kevin Durant versus
LeBron. Y'all still do. You did as soon as it happened.
He only won because
he only won because
a while when it actually came down to Kevin Durant versus LeBron. Really?
That's what it boiled down to.
Torched his ass. You know what I'm saying? It torched him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying?
Because he was the difference in that finals last year.
30 gaps, 35.
35, 9 and 7.
Yeah, man,
I don't know, 55 or something.
You can catch us every Sunday and Wednesday. We're going to be talking that shit, man. We're going to be talking that real shit. Like, man, your guy LeBron, man, I have no problem with nobody saying that he's their GOAT. Like, but it's not definitive. It's not definitive, man. You can poke holes in everybody.
Shout out Nick Wright. Shout out Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp, man. Listen, y'all gotta get off my
Calvin Cowherd.
Extremities. You gotta get off his lower extremities.
Shout out to old boy. What's his name that made the video today?
I don't even know what his name is.
Don't at me. Yeah, at me, please.
Yeah, at me.
At me.
Because I come with straight flame, bro. There's no definitive GOAT but Jordan. Jordan's the only one that could beat niggas in every category. He's the only one that can take it. Like, you want awards, he got them all. You want championships,
but that's everybody in the top 10, and that was the point I was making.
Don't use that dumbass shit. Bill Russell played in the era with 8 fucking teams. Yeah, Jordan played in the era with 8 teams, be the fucking champion 39 fucking times. Kobe fucking, if all he had to play against was the Spurs, they might have beat him a couple times. But motherfucker, he'd be a 92-time NBA champion. Shit, he developed. Shit.
Nah, let's stop.
And we out of here, man.
Catch us Sunday, Wednesday, man. I'm through with this shit, man.
That shit crazy. Man, y'all niggas gotta kill. I gotta kill that bullshit.